Welcome back today. We are diving deep into the fascinating world of British coins, specifically the top 7 most valuable 5 pence coins from the United Kingdom that are turning heads in auctions and among serious collectors. These coins, even though small in size, have a big impact when it comes to value, especially in different conditions ranging from circulated to uncirculated. If you've ever held on to some old 5 pence coins or come across a stash from a relative, you might want to take a closer look. You could be holding something worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's market. So let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom 5 pence from the year 1996, especially in circulated condition. While it may seem like just a common coin at first glance, there's much more than meets the eye. If you're a coin collector, a hobbyist, or just curious about the value of older UK coins in today's auction market, let's start with a brief introduction and background of the 5 pence coin itself. The 5 pence coin has been a part of the decimalized UK currency system since 1968, originally replacing the shilling. However, over the years, the coin underwent several design and composition changes. By 1990, the 5 pence was reduced in size and given a new copper-nickel composition, making it lighter and easier to carry. The 1996 5 pence coin falls into this newer, smaller category and features a design that many collectors recognize instantly: a crown thistle on the reverse side, which is the emblem of Scotland, and the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. Now diving into its numismatic history, the 1996 version of the 5 pence was minted in fairly large numbers for circulation. But here's where things get interesting. While most coins from this year were widely used, a portion of the mintage is becoming scarce in higher grades, even in circulated condition. Over time, regular wear and tear, damage, and coin replacements in circulation have reduced the number of these coins in collectible shape. This natural decline in available well-preserved circulated examples has increased collector interest, especially among those trying to complete full decimal-era coin sets or Queen Elizabeth II portrait series. The unique features of this coin include its diameter of 18 millimeters and a weight of 3.25 grams. Made of copper-nickel, it maintains a distinctive bright silver color, although most circulated versions will show a natural patina or dulling due to handling. The reverse design with the crown thistle is simple yet elegant, symbolizing the unity of the United Kingdom while giving a nod to Scotland's rich heritage. On the obverse, the coin features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf, used between 1985 and 1997, making it a part of an important transitional phase in British coinage history. When it comes to rarity and condition, this is where circulated coins from 1996 gain special attention. While uncirculated mint sets are available and relatively affordable, finding a circulated coin in fine or extremely fine condition can be surprisingly tough. Many of the coins still in circulation are worn down, scratched, or damaged, which means collectors looking for coins with minimal wear, clear lettering, and defined thistle crowns have a real challenge on their hands. The demand increases significantly for those coins that, despite being circulated, still hold sharp detail and good overall condition. In today's auction market, prices for circulated 1996 5 pence coins vary depending on their condition and demand at the time. Common worn pieces may still trade for around face value or slightly more, but coins in very fine or extremely fine circulated grades can reach higher premiums. Some sellers on eBay and numismatic marketplaces have seen these coins sell between $165,000 in circulated condition when properly described and photographed. Special examples with errors, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or misalignments, can command even higher figures. Collectors often bid competitively for well-documented coins, especially if they're part of a limited batch with unique minting characteristics. For collectors interested in acquiring or selling the 1996 UK 5 pence, there are a few key tips to keep in mind. First, condition is everything. Even a circulated coin must have visible details and avoid heavy damage to attract a premium price. Second, always keep an eye on reputable auction platforms and trusted coin groups online where rare or better grade pieces are more likely to surface. It's also a good idea to check your own change, as you never know when one of these overlooked coins might be sitting in your pocket or an old drawer. Third, documentation adds value. If you're selling a coin, provide clear photos, exact descriptions of the condition, and if possible, note any rare features or minting anomalies. The United Kingdom 5 pence coin from 1996 may not seem extraordinary at first, but for those who understand the world of numismatics, it holds a lot of potential value, especially in circulated condition with minimal wear. It represents a historical moment in UK currency, has design features that collectors admire, and continues to gain interest in the secondary market. Whether you're starting your collection or looking to add another piece to your decimal era set, don't overlook this small but mighty coin. It could be worth far more than just 5 pence. Next up, we're diving into the story behind the 1992 United Kingdom 5 pence coin, especially those found in rusty or circulated condition, and why this small coin can potentially bring in big value at today's auction markets, even in dollars. Make sure to stay till the end to discover tips for spotting value in coins that many people often overlook. Let's start with a quick introduction to the 1992 5 pence coin. This coin was part of the post-decimal coinage of the UK and holds an interesting place in the history of British currency. What sets the 1992 version apart is that it was the first year the smaller version of the 5 pence was introduced. Prior to this, the 5 pence was physically larger in size and had been circulating since 1968. However, due to changes in public preference and advancements in minting technology, the Royal Mint reduced the size of the 5 pence to make it more practical and cost-effective to produce. The background of this coin reveals more than just a change in size. The 1992 5 pence coin marked the beginning of a modern era in British coinage. Made from copper nickel, it weighed 3.25 grams with a diameter of 18 millimeters. On the obverse side, it features the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf, used on UK coins from 1985 until 1997. The reverse design, crafted by Christopher Ironside, shows the crowned thistle, a beautiful symbol of Scotland and a part of the royal badge of England, reinforcing the united identity of the British Isles. Now, let's move to the more intriguing aspect of this discussion, the coin's condition and rarity. While the 1992 5 pence is not particularly rare in mint condition due to its high mintage, coins that have aged naturally or appear rusty or heavily circulated have recently caught the attention of niche collectors and online auction markets. Why? Because in the world of coin collecting, condition tells a story. A rusty or aged coin might seem unattractive to some, but to the right buyer, it represents age, authenticity, and sometimes even error minting or unique environmental effects that cannot be replicated. Rust can form if coins were buried, exposed to moisture, or stored improperly, and each coin shows different wear patterns that add to its uniqueness. Over the past few years, collectors from the United States and Canada have begun showing interest in UK coins, especially those that are harder to find locally. This international demand, combined with increased social media buzz and YouTube coin hunting channels, has boosted the auction value of even common UK coins. A 1992 5 pence coin in rusty but original condition has been reported to fetch anywhere from $100,000, depending on the visible features, wear, and uniqueness of the coin's toning and surface texture. If a coin also displays signs of a minting error or environmental toning that adds to its appeal, the value can climb even higher, sometimes crossing the $200,000 mark in private auctions or online sales. What's important to understand is that value, always determined by shine or perfection. Coin collectors often look for personality, history, and uniqueness. Rusty coins with clear dates and designs, especially from transitional years like 1992, are becoming increasingly collectible. This is especially true for coins that were part of first-issue batches or those that survived extreme storage or circulation conditions and still maintain key design details. If you have a 1992 5 pence lying around, especially in rusty or worn condition, don't dismiss it. Take a close look. Is the date readable? Is Queen Elizabeth's portrait still visible? Is the thistle design mostly intact? If so, you might have a coin worth listing on a collector forum, eBay, Etsy, or even dedicated numismatic auction platforms. It's often these humble finds that turn into hidden treasures, especially when you can tell a compelling story along with the coin. Before we end, here are some quick tips for collectors or sellers interested in exploring the market for circulated 5 pence coins from 1992. Always document your coin's condition with clear photographs, showing both sides. Use natural lighting to capture the colors and tones. When listing for sale, describe any rust, discoloration, or patina. Honestly, many buyers appreciate coins that look real rather than polished or artificially cleaned. Don't attempt to clean the coin, as this often reduces its value. Lastly, compare similar listings to set a reasonable price and be patient. The right buyer may take time to appear, but with the growing interest in vintage UK currency, your chance of selling increases daily. The 1992 United Kingdom 5 pence coin may seem like just another piece of change, especially if found in rusty or poor condition. But in today's digital age and evolving collector landscape, even the most worn-out coin has a story to tell and potentially a price to match. Whether you're a casual collector, a coin enthusiast, or someone just curious about that old coin in your drawer, Remember that value lies not only in the metal, but in the history, condition, and the market's interest at the moment. Next up, the United Kingdom 5 pence coin from the year 2000 in excellent condition. This little coin may seem like ordinary pocket change at first glance, but in the world of numismatics, it carries a story, history, and potential value that makes it a treasure worth examining. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this coin has some interesting surprises that could turn your curiosity into a profitable hobby. Let's begin with a look into the history and background of the 5 pence coin in the UK. The decimalized 5 pence coin was introduced in 1968 as a replacement for the old shilling, ahead of full decimalization in 1971. The original version was larger, but in 1990, the Royal Mint reduced its size to a smaller, more convenient format. The 2000 version of the 5 pence coin belongs to this smaller generation and was minted in large numbers. However, even though the coin was widely circulated, the appeal and value today depend heavily on its condition and certain unique features that only a small number of these coins possess. The 2005 pence coin features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This design was in use from 1998 until 2015 and is well known for its more realistic portrayal of the monarch, differing from earlier idealized depictions. The reverse side shows a crowned thistle, which has long been a symbol of Scotland and an integral part of the United Kingdom's heraldry. The intricate detailing of the thistle, especially in a coin preserved in excellent condition, showcases the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint at the time. When the surface is free of scratches, wear, and discoloration, the coin's design comes alive with brilliance and elegance, making it highly desirable among collectors. Now, let's talk about rarity and why this coin, despite being common in circulation, can be considered rare in its highest grade. Most coins from the year 2000 were spent, handled frequently, and exposed to the natural wear and tear of daily transactions. Finding a 2005 pence coin in uncirculated or mint state condition is significantly harder than it seems. Coins that have retained their original luster, sharp edges, and clear details are very few, and these are exactly the kinds of examples that auction houses and serious collectors look for when bidding. The population of coins in excellent condition from this year is extremely limited, and it's these specimens that fetch impressive prices in the auction market. The current market value, the 2005 pence coin in circulated condition, might only be worth its face value or slightly more, perhaps $1 or $120,000 if it has a minor error. However, when you shift to excellent or near mint condition, things get much more exciting. Coins that are graded by professional services as MS65 or above have been known to sell for anywhere between $160,000, and in some cases, even more if they have exceptional eye appeal or proven rarity. If there's an error involved, such as a misstrike, off-center detail, or unusual planchet, the value can soar beyond $200,000 or more. These kinds of sales have been reported in live coin auctions and private collector networks, where demand is driven by scarcity and condition. For collectors looking to invest or add this coin to their personal collection, here are a few valuable tips. First, always examine your coins under a magnifying glass or coin loop. Look for signs of minimal contact marks, strong edges, and shine. These are signs of excellent preservation. Secondly, consider getting your best examples professionally graded, especially if they appear uncirculated. Grading not only confirms authenticity and condition, but also adds value and trust in the coin when selling. Keep your coins in protective holders or capsules to maintain their pristine condition and prevent further handling damage. And finally, always keep an eye on auctions and coin community forums. Values shift with market trends, collector interest, and rarity discoveries, so being informed can help you spot the right time to buy or sell. The United Kingdom 5 pence 2000 coin. Remember that coin collecting is not only a rewarding hobby, but also a potential investment when you know what to look for. A small, ordinary-looking coin can turn into a valuable asset when preserved well and understood deeply. Whether you're in it for the history, the thrill of the hunt, or the future profits, this coin is a perfect example of how hidden treasures exist in our pockets and drawers. Next up, we're diving into the intriguing world of the United Kingdom 5 pence coin from the year 1990, a small but mighty piece of history that's catching the eyes of collectors and gaining impressive value in the auction markets, especially when priced in US dollars. Even in circulated condition, this coin can carry significant value, and today's video will tell you everything you need to know about why this coin is so special. Let's begin by exploring the history and background of the UK 5 pence coin. The 5 pence denomination was first introduced in 1968 as part of the decimalization process in the United Kingdom, replacing the older shilling coin. The early 5-pence coins were made of cupronickel and had a larger diameter. However, in 1990, something very important happened. The coin was redesigned. That year marked the first time the 5-pence coin was issued in a smaller size, which is the version we are focusing on in this video. The smaller 1995 pence coin featured the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Raphael Maclauff, and the reverse design remained the crowned thistle, a symbol of Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. This transition in 1990 from the larger 5 pence to the smaller version makes the 1990 coin a key date for collectors, as it represents a major change in British coinage. The earlier large version was withdrawn, and the new compact style set the standard for the 5 pence going forward. Because of this change, coins from this year are often viewed as historically significant. Now, let's look at the unique features of the 1995 pence coin. It is made of cupronickel, weighs around 3.25 grams, and has a diameter of 18 millimeters. The obverse features the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the royal diadem. The reverse showcases the crowned Scottish thistle, surrounded by the words 5 pence. This beautiful and symbolic design ties the coin deeply into British heritage. What makes some 1995 pence coins especially interesting to collectors is the fact that many of them have minor die errors, off-center strikes, or double images, features that drastically increase their rarity and desirability. The rarity and condition of these coins play a massive role in determining their value in today's collector market. While the 1995 pence was not minted in very low numbers, finding one in excellent condition, or even circulated condition with unique errors, is becoming increasingly difficult. Coins that have been kept in albums, well-preserved, or even slightly circulated but still holding their original details are commanding attention at auctions and coin fairs. Circulated examples without errors are also rising in value due to increased global demand, especially from American collectors who are fascinated with British coinage. Let's now turn to the current market value of the 1995 pence coin, especially in terms of dollars. On platforms like eBay, Etsy, and various coin auction websites, circulated versions of this coin in good condition can fetch between $150,000, depending on the wear and overall quality. However, if the coin shows any error, like a misstrike or doubling, the value can jump significantly, sometimes reaching as high as $250,000 in rare cases. Uncirculated or proof specimens from the same year, especially from collector sets, have been listed for over $300,000, and occasionally higher, when sold with certification or in slabbed holders. These figures highlight the increasing popularity of even small denomination coins like this one in the international collector's market. For collectors interested in adding the 1995 pence to their portfolio, here are some tips. First, always inspect the coin closely under magnification to spot any potential mint errors or die shifts. Pay attention to the edge, the alignment of the thistle, and the lettering around the coin. If you suspect your coin is unusual or rare, consider having it professionally graded or appraised. It is also wise to store the coin properly in acid-free holders or coin flips to avoid further wear and protect its value. Avoid cleaning the coin, as this can significantly reduce its market appeal and price. Join coin forums or Facebook groups dedicated to UK coinage, where experienced collectors can help you evaluate your piece or direct you to the best places for sale or trade. As we wrap up this video, let's reflect on how amazing it is that a small, everyday coin like the 1995 pence can hold such value in history. It's a perfect reminder that in the world of numismatics, even pocket change can hold a hidden story and potentially a big dollar sign. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner just getting into the hobby, always keep an eye on your coins. You never know which one might be your next rare treasure. So next time you find a 5 pence coin in your drawer or coin jar, especially one dated 1990, give it a second look. You might just be holding a piece of history worth far more than its face value. Next up, exploring the fascinating and often overlooked 1991 United Kingdom 5 pence coin. If you've got one lying around in your change jar or tucked away in a coin album, stay tuned, because this could be more than just small change. It might be a hidden gem worth real money in today's dollar-based collector market. Let's start with the introduction to this iconic coin. The 1991 5 pence coin from the UK is part of the decimal coinage system that was first introduced in 1971. But this specific coin comes from a transitional and historical period in British coinage. The early 90s was a time of redesign and downsizing for the Royal Mint. The 5 pence coin, originally introduced in 1968, had gone through some major changes by the time 1991 rolled around. The older, larger version was phased out in favor of a smaller, more compact design, which made this specific year's issue particularly notable. Now, let's move into the background and history. The 1991 5-pence coin marks the second year of production for the new, smaller version that was first minted in 1990. It was made of a copper-nickel alloy and featured the familiar crowned thistle design on the reverse, representing Scotland, designed by Christopher Ironside. On the obverse side, it carried the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf, a design used from 1985 to 1997. What makes the 1991 coin significant is that it solidified the smaller 5-pence as standard currency across the UK, fully replacing the larger type that had been in circulation for over 2 decades. The unique features of the 1991 5-pence coin make it particularly attractive to both beginner and advanced collectors. First, its compact size and sleek design set it apart from earlier versions. Second, while over 400 million of these coins were minted, most of them were used and worn in circulation, making fine or uncirculated examples increasingly scarce as time goes on. The coin weighs 3.25 grams and has a diameter of 18 millimeters. It has a milled edge and, like other UK decimal coins, lacks a mint mark, which is standard for British circulation coins. But its beauty lies in the subtle details of the crowned thistle and the elegant inscription, 5-pence, which give it a royal charm. Let's talk about rarity and collector demand. While the 1991 5-pence is the rarest British coin by mintage numbers, its desirability has grown due to increasing international interest in British coinage, especially from collectors in the United States and Canada who seek historic UK coins in better conditions. Coins in average circulated condition are common, but those graded as fine, very fine, or extremely fine are becoming harder to find. In fine condition, which typically shows slight wear but retains most details, these coins are gaining attention at auctions, coin shows, and online marketplaces. Now moving on to the current market value in dollars. As of today, a typical 1991 5-pence coin in fine circulated condition might fetch around $156,000 depending on the demand and platform. However, coins in better condition, especially those graded professionally or with brilliant uncirculated luster, have sold for significantly more. Some examples have even reached $250,000 in collector auctions when bundled with other key dates or as part of rare UK decimal sets. The value continues to rise as more collectors seek to complete their full decimal series. What might seem like pocket change could be a worthy addition to your collection or even a profitable sale item on eBay or at a numismatic fair. Now let's talk about a few smart tips for collectors. If you own a 1991 5-pence coin, check its condition carefully. Look for minimal scratches, a clear date, and well-defined thistle detail. Avoid harsh cleaning as it can reduce its value. Consider keeping it in a coin flip or acid-free sleeve to protect it from tarnish and environmental wear. Also, try to keep a lookout for full rolls or original mint sets that include the 1991 5-pence. These often carry a premium price tag. Joining collector groups online or local numismatic clubs can also help you find better deals or even trade up for higher value coins. As we come to the conclusion of today's video, one thing is clear: the 1991 5-pence coin may not be the rarest, but it holds a strong place in British numismatic history. Its introduction as the smaller 5-pence coin marks a turning point in UK coinage design, and its growing collector interest, especially in fine or better condition, makes it a must-watch coin for both casual hobbyists and serious investors. With time, these coins are only going to become more desirable, especially as more of them disappear into collections and fewer remain in good condition. Next up, the United Kingdom 5-pence coin from 1998 in very fine condition. A coin that has been overlooked for years, but is now gaining traction in today's auction and collector markets. This might just be one of those rare coins whose value is steadily rising in dollars, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why collectors are keeping a close eye on it. Let's start with a little background. The 5-pence coin is part of the decimal coinage system introduced in the United Kingdom in 1971. Originally larger in size, the 5-pence was redesigned in 1990 to a much smaller version, and the 1998 edition belongs to this newer, smaller format. The obverse of this coin features the well-known portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This was the fourth major portrait of the Queen to be used on British coinage, and it's easily recognizable for the mature and more detailed image of Her Majesty. The reverse side of the coin, designed by Christopher Ironside, showcases the crowned thistle, a symbol of Scotland, which is a nod to the unity and heritage of the United Kingdom. Now let's talk about what makes the 1998 5-pence coin unique. While millions were minted, very fine condition pieces are becoming increasingly harder to find. Most coins from that era were used heavily in circulation, accumulating wear, scratches, and loss of detail. However, coins that have survived in very fine condition, meaning they have minimal wear, clear details, and sharp rims, are now being classified as collectible grade by numismatists. These coins may not have any visible damage, and their designs, both obverse and reverse, remain crisp and attractive. The rarity factor of the 1998 5 pence in very fine condition isn't about low mintage numbers, but about survival rate. In coin collecting, especially modern coins, condition plays a huge role in value. While common in poor condition, finding one in high grade is significantly less likely. As time passes, fewer of these high-grade specimens remain in general circulation, and collectors begin to realize their hidden worth. So how much is a 1998 5 pence coin worth today if it's in very fine condition? While it's true that many examples may still hover close to face value in circulated condition, the game changes entirely for well-preserved pieces. On UK-based and international auction platforms, these coins have been known to fetch between $250,000 when offered in very fine or uncirculated grades. If the coin is part of a complete set or presented in a collector's pack, the value could be even higher. Prices can spike further when the coin is slabbed and graded by a professional service, as authenticated grades provide confidence to buyers. Some collectors from outside the UK are also willing to pay a premium for coins that are difficult to find in their own countries, especially if they are hunting for a complete year set of British coinage. The 1998 5 pence definitely punches above its weight in value when preserved in excellent condition and offered to the right buyer. For collectors looking to invest in or add this coin to their collection, here are a few important tips. Always look for coins with sharp details, minimal surface scratches, and strong luster if possible. Avoid cleaned or polished coins, as this can significantly reduce the numismatic value. Try to purchase coins from trusted dealers or auction platforms that provide clear photographs and grading information. If you're serious about coin collecting, consider sending your coin to be graded by a reputable third-party service like NGC or PCGS. These services can authenticate and grade your coin, making it easier to sell at higher prices in the collector's market. Lastly, keep your coin stored in a protective holder or capsule to prevent damage from moisture, air, and handling. Over time, the demand for these transitional coins is expected to rise as more collectors seek complete and high-grade examples from the late 1990s. If you're a collector or just someone curious about the value of coins in your possession, there are a few tips to keep in mind. First, always check the condition of your coin under good lighting. Look for wear on the queen's hair, the crown, and the thistle detail on the reverse. If the coin has clean fields, no deep scratches, and clear lettering, it might just qualify as very fine or better. Also, avoid cleaning your coin, as that can reduce its value significantly. Natural patina and honest wear are preferred over polished surfaces in the collector world. And finally, if you believe you have a high-grade 1998 5 pence coin, consider having it appraised or listed on a reliable auction platform, as its value in dollars might surprise you. While the 1998 5 pence coin may seem like just another common coin, its value in the collector's market is quietly rising, especially in very fine condition. With increasing awareness, limited high-grade availability, and strong demand for quality decimal coinage, this small coin is making a big name for itself among enthusiasts. Whether you're a longtime collector or just getting started, this is one coin you should definitely keep an eye on. It's a reminder that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the greatest value both historically and financially. Next up, the 1995 United Kingdom 5 pence coin. This tiny piece of metal, often dismissed as just pocket change, is gaining attention in the numismatic world for its increasing demand in auctions, especially when found in circulated but decent condition. So let's dive into the incredible journey of the 1995 UK 5 pence coin, its background, standout features, rarity, and the impressive dollar value it can fetch today. Let's begin with a bit of history and background. The 5 pence coin of 1995 belongs to the decimal coinage system introduced in the UK starting in 1971. The original larger 5 pence coin was first issued in 1968 as a replacement for the shilling, but a major redesign occurred in 1990, reducing the size of the coin to what we recognize today. By 1995, the smaller-sized 5 pence had become a regular part of British currency circulation. That year, the Royal Mint produced these coins in copper-nickel alloy, with a diameter of 18 millimeters and a weight of 3.25 grams. The obverse of the coin features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Raphael Maklauf, used between 1985 and 1997. The reverse design, created by Christopher Ironside, features a crowned thistle symbolizing Scotland surrounded by the words 5 pence. Now let's talk about the unique features of the 1995 5 pence coin that make it especially interesting to collectors. First, this was a year of relatively limited production compared to other high-mintage years. Although millions were struck for general use, many have now been lost, melted down, or heavily worn, making circulated examples in good condition harder to find. One notable aspect is that some of these coins may show minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or planchet flaws, which dramatically increase their value to collectors. Even regular circulated coins without errors are becoming more desirable, especially those with minimal wear and strong details on both sides. When we discuss rarity and collector demand, it's important to understand that rarity isn't just about mintage numbers. It also considers how many coins have survived in collectible condition. The 1995 5 pence has seen extensive circulation, and finding one that hasn't been scratched, worn, or damaged is becoming increasingly difficult. Coin grading services often look for coins with strong luster, intact edges, and clear detail on the queen's portrait and the thistle. Collectors are particularly drawn to examples that have circulated but still retain a sharp appearance and have not been cleaned or altered. These attributes, when combined with growing interest in 90s-era British coinage, make the 1995 version stand out in the collector community. Now the current auction market and dollar value. While a basic circulated 1995 5 pence might only bring in a few dollars on casual resale platforms, certain conditions can significantly raise its value. Coins that are listed as extremely fine or about uncirculated can sell for $175,000 in online auctions if there's enough collector demand. If you happen to find a circulated example with an error such as a misstrike or doubling, it could fetch anywhere from $300,000 depending on the uniqueness of the flaw. Recently, some rare and high-grade circulated coins from this era have sold at auctions and collector forums for prices that surprised even seasoned dealers. Collectors in the United States often pay a premium for UK coins due to exchange rarity and import limitations, which adds to the final auction price in dollars. For collectors looking to hunt or preserve a 1995 5 pence coin, there are a few tips to keep in mind. Always handle coins carefully to avoid adding scratches or wear. If you find one in your old change or inherited coin jar, avoid cleaning it with chemicals or abrasives, as this can decrease its numismatic value. Store it in a dry, cool environment, ideally inside a protective coin flip or holder. Also, keep an eye on online marketplaces and coin forums. Often, sellers don't realize the potential value of these coins, and you might be able to buy one at a bargain before demand drives up the prices further. In conclusion, the United Kingdom 5 pence coin from 1995 is more than just small change. It represents a unique era in British coinage history and holds growing value among collectors. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your collection, this coin is a perfect example of how everyday coins can hold hidden treasures. With the right knowledge and timing, even a circulated coin like this one could bring you a surprisingly big return in the dollar market today. So, next time you sort through your coins, pay close attention to the date. You might just have a rare gem in your hands. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins from around the world. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a 1995 5 pence or any other surprising UK coin in your collection. See you in the next video.